Every guy has had a crush on a teacher at least once in their lives, and this video is gonna make all of that come true and more with the top 10 romance anime where the student falls in love with the teacher. Number 10, Ultimate Otaku Teacher.
俺はもともと臨時教師。いつかは辞める運命だ。それで一人の生徒の未来が守られるなら本望さ。
本当に?
Starting off our list is the series where they were kidding when they said that he was the ultimate otaku teacher. Our boy Kagami is not only an otaku, but he's also a genius, and the only reason why he does this is just so he could improve his anime blog. He's me for real. Despite not wanting to teach at all, he didn't know that this might just be one of the most exciting phases of his life.
それはな。今季一押しアニメクアクタルの初回限定版ブルーレイだ。
This show isn't that mind-blowing like Attack on Titan, but it is a decent series that's enough to keep you entertained. It has some really good humor and some moments were just so memorable. To top it all off, the MC has that unique trait of being a genius and an otaku at the same time. It's just a solid show and a great way to kick off our video. Number 9, Homeroom Affairs.
かわいいでしょこの水着。裸だと思って期待した？いや、
バカなこと言うな! And then the next one just had to sound like it came from a little-known website that has 2 words and both start with H. It all starts when Ehara gets hired as a professor in an all-girls high school, but he's not excited to teach but to do something else. Yet we definitely need to call the FBI on this guy. Well, he met his match when Miyako popped up and she's not gonna back down without a fight.
先生はもう忘れてしまったんですね。あの夜のこと。
わあ、よせ。誰かに聞かれたらどうする?
If it wasn't obvious by now, this series is really old school because it aired way back in 1994 where some of you weren't even born yet. What's even more surprising is that the anime is just 2 episodes long, but each episode lasts for around 45 minutes. It's definitely an ecchi romance series and it's kind of funny too. Number 8, My Wife is a High School Girl.
綺麗だ。綺麗だよ、あさみ。
Just saying this outside because if the police don't get to you, I will. Anyways, our girl Asami is just 17 years old and is still in high school, but she's married and it's to her physics teacher that's in the same high school as her. Still, it's good that they don't have any sexual contact until she graduates, but just how long can they keep this a secret before someone finds out?
そうなんだ。じゃあ僕も行ってみようかな。
嬉しい。旦那様と一緒に朝からお買い物に行けるなんて。
This is literally Please Teacher but in reverse, and even though the entire premise is really sus and might get you in trouble if you watch it in public, it's enjoyable if you try to ignore the age difference. The romance is definitely good, and as you would expect from an anime that aired in 2005, the animation fits the time. Again, just watch this when you're alone. Number 7, Please Teacher.
ケイ君?
はい。
とりあえず出かけましょうか。
Speaking of Please Teacher, would this be a teacher-student relationship video if we didn't add it? If you thought the previous series was crazy, wait until you get a load on this one. What happens is that our boy Kai sees a glowing woman by the lake. Turns out she was an alien, and what's even crazier is that she's his teacher. And that's not even the most surprising part because they start falling in love?
先生、さっき部屋で待っててドキドキしてたって言ったでしょ。どうして？
どうして?
One thing I could say about this series is that it's interesting. What I do love about it is that it actually develops its characters well, and they aren't just hollow people that fell in love with each other because they had some edgy moments. It's just the entire concept sounds insane. The girl being an alien was enough, but they just had to make her his teacher. Number 6, why the hell are you here, teacher?
夢かこれは。まさか本当に先生からチョコを。
暑くなってきた。
それにこの先生の表情。
Now, let's do the opposite because our boy Ichiru is an average student living a quiet life, but that was until he met his teacher who conveniently had the nickname The Demon. That's because she's not just strict, she's ruthless. And it doesn't matter if you're a hard-headed delinquent because she will make you bow. So what happens when Ichiru meets her in the restroom?
あなたも私の生徒じゃない。やっと言える。私も田中君と付き合いたい。
This is just pure guilty pleasure anime, and I'm happy to admit that I loved watching it. Although character development is not its main strength, it does make up for it with some funny moments between Ichiru and his teacher. Not to mention that the animation is actually one of the better ones in this genre. To top it all off, you might not just encounter one teacher with each one having their own charm. Number 5, Renai flops.
とりあえず大丈夫です。
ダメよ。ちゃんと治療しないと。
いや、でも。
いいから。見てあげるから。こっちいらっしゃい。
Are you the type of anime fan who isn't just satisfied with one female lead? Are you literally just a degenerate? Well, say hello to Renai Flops, an anime just for you. It all starts in a future where an AI TV fortune teller predicts Ashi's future. It's not just one, not two, but 5 girls confess to hit at the same time, and all of them are candidates to become his bride. But it doesn't end here because there's something else working behind the scenes.
やばいやばいやばいやばい。
あと5分だ。
And since it's in this list, there's always another female lead that's the teacher. What'll catch your eye is the art style. It's just so colorful that you actually feel like you're being slapped by a literal rainbow. Also, the MC isn't half bad. He's actually a decent guy, which is rare because just look at how the MC in Rent a Girlfriend turned out to be. Number 4, Domestic Girlfriend.
先生。先生は不倫とかしてないですよね。
何急に。
Whoa! Are you worse than a degenerate? Do you consider yourself a stain to society? Well, I think you're the type of person who would love to watch Domestic Girlfriend. Our boy Natsu just has a huge crush on his teacher, but he had his first time in a one-night stand with another girl. But everything comes crashing down on him when he realizes that his stepmom's going to be his teacher, and his stepsister is the girl that he had his first time with.
いい加減にして。夏尾くんには何の関係もないことなんだから。もう私のすることに。
We all know what this plot sounds like, and you're most likely right about what happens next. You're definitely right, but hold on. Before you skip to the next one, I just want you to know that the drama and plot here are actually interesting. It's not all just ecchi scenes because it has substance. Number 3, The Garden of Words.
今まで生きてきて。今が
一番。
幸せかもしれない。
We'll take a break from all the ecchi and fan service and deliver to you a heartwarming anime. Tako usually skips his class and sketches designs in a garden because he wants to become a shoemaker. There he meets Yukari and offers to make new shoes for her. What he didn't know was that she was the teacher and that his forbidden love that they've engaged in may affect his life in a greater way than he can imagine.
この人のことをまだ何も知らない。仕事も年も抱えた悩みも名前さえも。それなのにどうしようもなく惹かれていく。
This anime movie is just so beautiful. The animation is godly, and the romance is just so heartwarming. Of course, it's all because it was directed by the same person who was the visionary of Your Name and Weathering with You. I have to admit that the connection between the two characters is quite subtle, and I argue it made the series a whole lot better. Number 2, Scum's Wish.
お、まだいたのか。
お兄ちゃん。
学校では先生だろ、花ちゃん。
That was a good break, but it's time to go back to the degeneracy with Scum's Wish. In this anime, our girl Hanabi and our boy Mugi look like the perfect couple, but what most people don't know is that they're in love with different people, and Hanabi just happened to fall in love with her childhood friend and homeroom teacher.
私たちは付き合っている。でも、お兄ちゃん。
茜さん。
If you're sick of watching anime that have innocent teenagers, well, the ones here are anything but innocent. The drama is intense and boy oh boy, you're gonna be sucked into these ugly but thrilling moments. What I like about it is that it's not afraid of showing that romance does not always have happy endings and sometimes things have to be done dirty. Just try it out and see for yourself because I promise you, you won't regret it. Number 1, we never learn.
9時までには必ず家路に着きなさい。それが守れなければ次は補導するわ。
はい、ありがとうございます。先生。
Last but not least is an anime that perfectly describes you when you make a mistake. We never learn. Yuiba was struggling financially, but luckily he had a scholarship. But it had one condition attached to it. He had to tutor the geniuses of the schools in their weakest subjects, and they're totally hopeless when it comes to it. At least they're cute.
何やってるんですか、キリス先生。いや、キリス先生ですよね。
If someone you know just started watching anime, then this is a great entry-level show. But we all know the best one is Boku no Pico. This one has fan service, it had substance, it had great characters. But most of all, you might not know who'd win. The dynamic here is just entertaining as hell, and even up to this day, I'd enjoy watching it. With all that and more, We Never Learn is number 1 in our list of the top 10 romance anime where a student falls in love with the teacher.